Hey, good morning, guys. It's Richard. And today is October 1st, 2024, and it's 9:46 in the morning Central Time. Uh, so that would be 10:46 New York time. And so it's the mid-morning part of the morning session. And I thought I'd make another video. I haven't made one in a while. I'll give you some reasons why. One is I think my last video was back in March. I started concentrating more on just trading in my funded accounts, not losing focus on that, and was funded numerous times, either through Top Step, Tick Tick Trader, Take Profit Trader. Um, However, none of them, I was never successful with any of those funded accounts for long term. I mean, I'm talking about weeks before I blew them. So, anyway, um, enough of that. I then took a little bit of sabbatical and decided to just relax for a little bit as far as my trading, and started getting interested again when I started watching some other guys using Goldbach and some of the things they were doing. So um, picked it back up, or actually, I mean, I never stopped looking at the markets. I never stopped looking at Goldbach, but I wanted to, I guess, start getting involved again and making some videos and showing you what I'm doing these days with it. Okay. So what we're looking here is the NQ continuous contract on I forget what it is, which month it is, but this is not showing the monthly. This is just a continuous contract, and I have a Goldback on here, and this is, I believe, a 729 setting. Yeah, 729, and I've got it zoomed out as far as the price on the. I'm looking at an 81-minute time frame chart. You're like, shit, that's an odd number to use, but I'm just using the traditional Goldback numbers with the power of three. So you have 3, 9, 27, 81, and then it goes on to 243 and 729. 243 is a little bit over 4. I think it's like 4 hours and 5 minutes. 729 is like a long time. So I think it's like 12 hours. But anyway, um, I'm using different Goldbach levels or power of three numbers to try to find where the algorithm is running, if in fact it is running. Um, Today, or this week, NQ looks like it's running on the 729. And the reason for that, well, I'll tell you that, is that if you know the pathway of the algos, I know you know that it's going to follow a certain path. And right now, I know that in this particular algo, I'm not telling you where it started, but it hit the breaker area and then went to fair value, and now it's traveling down further. All right. I got into a trade short here last night with 5 contracts on a simulated account. Let's make sure you understand that. And with the anticipation that we were going to go down into this area here. Um, One of the things that we always want to keep in context when we're looking at Goldbach levels. You know, we have a premium above the 50%. We have a discount below the 50%. This orange line being the 50%. The You want to be shorting in the premium and going long in the discount. Well, as you can see right now, we're prices in the discount area. Let me put this down on a smaller time frame so you can see. All right, so we're in the discount area, so we should be looking for longs. So even though I have a overall bias that this is going to continue to go down, it may not go down here today. All right. So if I'm actually not in a trade right now, the only thing I should be looking at are longs, but it's against my overall bias of longer term. Okay. And what I mean by that is, let's put this on a 1 minute. And if you come in here and you come in the mornings and you're looking at the 729, we came in this morning and we were in the premium, so we'd have been looking for shorts. All right. What I like to do is try to find where they ran liquidity to the high side and then get in sort of like on the 2024 model of ICT. I did that last night, okay, and I'll show you in just a minute. However, as if I'm coming in today, right now, I cannot take this trade short anymore because if I wasn't already in it, all right. Another way to look at this is that we're on the 729 correct right now. Let's go down 1 to 243. At 243, we are in the discount, so again, we're looking for longs. All right. Now, if this was to go on down here and break to where this partition would now start printing down lower, then we could start looking at shorts again off of this 243 dealing range. All right. But as it is right now, I guess, if I was trading live, I would only be looking for longs. I hope that makes sense of how I look at this, because the reason why I'm bringing this up, a couple of people have reached out to me and said, how do I do my daily bias? And I just use Goldbach, and I use it on NQ. Only look at the 243 and the 729, and that tells me overall which way I should be going and where we are right now. Okay, just looking at premium and discount. All right. So I told you I'd show you where we were in this trade from last night. Why are you not showing up? Maybe, oh, there it is up here. Excuse me. So let's go back to the 729 so you can see a better picture of it. All right. I'm projecting this to go down into this area here, but I don't think it's going to get down there today. We'll see, because as I told you, is that we're looking for longs at this point. Now we haven't broke structure on a 27. Now this is a 1 minute, excuse me. However, that's the way I normally look at it, with this being the pivot. However, I've been doing some testing, let's say, on Goldbach and the different PD arrays. What I mean by that is that we start on the discount side of rejection block, order block, fair value gap, liquidity void, breaker, mitigation, and then an opposite on the premium side. We start at rejection block, order block, fair value gap, liquidity breaker, so on. Okay. So then I started looking at things and like, well, could we just break that down on a very, very, very small, like not actually looking at the areas that are labeled rejection block, order block, fair value gap? Why couldn't we just look for rejection block in price action, then look for order block, then look for fair value gap, then look for liquidity void, then look for breaker? And what I'm noticing is, and it's getting me in the trades a little bit sooner. What I'm noticing is that if you guys aren't aware of this, these wicks right here are rejection blocks. Okay, that is a rejection block. These two wicks. All right. So where would the order block begin? The way I've been doing it is I'm taking the second, or taking the, let me get this out a little bit wider so you can see it. These two created the rejection block. I'm using this as my order block. So what I would do is draw a line right there from the top of that candle, and then once price breaks and closes above it, then I would go long. Okay, because I'm in this area. And you can see right now, this is live. I have no idea what this price is going to do. I know overall, I think it's going to go on down to here, but as I said earlier, I believe we're going to have a pullback, and I believe that this is my break of structure right here. All right, due to the order block. So if I'm right, we had rejection block, order block, and we should see next a fair value gap. And if I'm right, price should start to displace, and we should get a fair value gap. All right, so what I'm going to do is hold the video for a few minutes and wait and see what happens, and I'll come back to you so you don't have to just sit here and watch price play out. All right. Okay, so guys, I'm back, and just got back in front of my computer, and I see that price has continued to move forward, move down. The only thing that I've changed on the chart, I've drawn this for the rejection block, I drew this for the order block, and the only thing I've done is label them. All right, so how would I know that this is now wrong, this thought process? Well, if we come up here, we will see again a rejection block. All right, 2 wicks. All right, so if I'm using my same methodology, this is the start of the order block. As you can see, at this point, when this candle closed below the low of this candle, that's when I know I was wrong. So let's say that I got in long. right here on this retest, this candle here, I would know to get out right here. Okay. Now with my rules, if I wasn't already in this trade, which I am, and again it's simulated, okay, guys, um, I would not take this trade short, even though my thought process from that where the algorithm path would be is that we're still going down to here. If we're in discount, I can't short, okay, unless I want to take it down to a smaller dealing range. All right. And I don't even think 243 will get me there. Let's see. Yeah, 243 did get me there. All right, as you can see, it had just created a new partition somewhere in here. Um, and, so now it's showing that we should go on down, at least down into here, below this 50%. However, I still, in my mind, think this is not going to get down here today, but maybe it will. Uh, if someone tells you they know exactly what the market's going to do, be leery of that person, especially if they're trying to sell you something, which I am not. Okay. Anyway, the reason why I think that is that we're in a liquidity void area, and liquidity void sometimes price has a hard time getting through there, and so we'll just have to wait and see. All right, so I'm going to I'm just going to go ahead and erase all of these drawings, and I want to show you something different. Okay, I'm going to go on a little bit larger time frame so that we can see it easier. Let's see. Yeah. All right. So if we go all the way back to here, this is where price started to come down. And I like to use what we call a measured move of Fibonacci. But if we go here to here, we can see that price came up, hit the 50, then ran liquidity right here, and then came down and tapped the first line that I have. Okay. So now that we've tapped the first line, we want to bring this down to here. Okay. And price came back up into the 50% or OTE, whatever you want to call it. This is 50%, this is 62% or 61.8. Okay. And now we're coming down to here. And normally when I see that happen on the second run, so the first run again was here. Okay. Then the second run usually goes to my second line, and that's right on where I have my take profit. Has nothing to do with that Fibonacci. Okay, it has to do with, well, I put my order there because of what Goldbach is saying. This is just another thing that says, hey, this would make sense to me that price would continue to move down to here. I just didn't think it would do it today, and I still don't know if it'll do it today. We will see. Okay. So I'm going to try to get the comments opened on the video. I know that all my other videos, there weren't any comments. The reason for it is that in the past couple of weeks, I've spent some time with some other traders trying to understand Goldbach better. And so what I do is get on a Zoom call with them and do a one-on-one. And we actually trade, simulate it, but we actually trade live during the first hour. And I kind of show them what I'm looking at. And if anybody else is interested in doing that, would love to do it. All you have to do is reach out to me. And if you can't reach out to me on the YouTube on this video because I couldn't get the comment section open, then you could click the link in my channel where it takes you to our Facebook group, and you can reach me there. Okay, and then from there we can start private messaging each other, and I can give you a Zoom link. We can set up a time that's best for both of us, and spend an hour or so looking at the charts together. So if that's something that you're interested in, let me know. And again, that's free. I'm not selling anything. I get sick of all these gurus trying to sell you everything. I've been trading for about 10 years. I used to trade with my own money. That was not that successful. And then over the last year, I guess, I've been trying to, go the prop fund route. I thought, what, instead of losing my own money, let's lose their money. And of course, they don't let you lose much. But anyway, I just, like I said, I don't have any desire to make money off of this. I like to what I'd ideally like to do, and when I started this channel, was to build a community of traders that wanted to help each other and also, learn a little bit more about Goldbach. All right. So with that, I'll sign off and let me know what you think about the video. Thanks.